Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we're going to be organizing the plants, getting them ready for winter, and also setting up a brand new grow light and testing out a new humidifier. So we're going to be experimenting a little, organizing, getting things cleaned up, cleaning up the plant space and our grow room, and well, overall just organizing. So I figured I would take you guys through the process with us. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So this is a light, a grow light, and I've been excited to get one of these. We weren't sure what we were going to end up with, but a company reached out, Spider Farmer, and asked if we wanted to try out their light. And I was like, yes, I would love to. Winter's coming, so my plan already was to start getting grow lights, so we're going to check this out. We're trying to prepare the plants for winter, and I want to make sure they have enough light.
Pull on it.
Okay. Cut. These are Samsung diodes, and so why I wanted to test out this light is because it's a full spectrum, so it gives you all the wavelengths that you need for growing plants, which not all the lights on the market give you full spectrum. Like, they produce a lot of light, but they use up far less energy. So it's like it's ready to go. All you do is plug this in.
Plug and play, I like that.
So there's the holes on the back for hooking it up to hang it. So it comes with these cables. There's 4 holes here, so I'm gonna attach one to one side.
And then it has this loop at the top of it.
Okay. All right, so once you get the 2-wire cables on, then we have these pulleys. Okay, so there's a button here on the cable. So right now when it's in the down position, it's locked in place, and we just press that up, and you can slide and adjust the length there. And then when you let go, it'll lock again automatically. The tail of the cord, we'll just leave that hanging, because that's just extra, depending on how much cord you're using. And so then we've got this piece down here, and then the pulley piece up here with the button, right? So this piece is going to attach into the loop that was already made with your cable there. It comes that way. And so that's ready, and then do the same thing on this side. So I'm just gonna press that button up, and I can adjust to the length that I want. So we're gonna be going in our plant room and playing in the space, but first I'm just kind of seeing what the setup is like, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward, which I'm glad, because I am not skilled when it comes to trying to set up anything like this. So I think that is pretty much it right there. Bang. Super fast and easy. Yep.
So we're gonna try and hang it off the
So yeah, we're gonna go see how exactly we want to set this up in the plant room, and where we're gonna do that. So once we get that figured out, we'll be back. It's hanging on a shower curtain rod, and I just wanted to see if that would work, because we have this little cubby in here, and my initial idea was I wanted to create this, I wanted it to be a grow space in this little cubby, because we have all these built-in shelves here, and I wanted to put plants, but this is one of the worst lighting areas in this room, because our windows are too far away to light this. So that's why I thought this light would be perfect for in this cubby.
Yeah, and that's the shower curtain. We have a shower curtain there. So
this is a shower curtain rod, and we just hook the little pulleys up there. Just temporarily, just to kind of see, make sure it worked and everything first before we got going here. But anyway, it's really easy to adjust the height because you can just ratchet it, or they ratchet, so.
Yeah, I really like that
just like
feature.
That?
Yeah.
So it automatically locks when you're adjusting it, which I really like.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah, so you don't have to press the button
and hold it and try. Yeah.
It just automatically, you just pull the loose one, and yeah. So it's really easy to operate. You just have the on-off switch here, and then your how bright you want it. So we'll turn it all the way up.
Wow!
And see what that looks like.
Oh, look at that.
Well, you got full spectrum now. So now I can do my propagations. So I want to be able to propagate during winter. That was part of why I wanted to start getting some grow lights. And I still want to get bulb grow lights too. So I'm going to test out some different ones. This is just the very beginning. And I want to experiment with what works, and how good they work, how close they have to be to the plants. Okay, so now we just need to figure out how we want to set it up to make it look good.
Well, I might be addicted. I might get 12 more.
Yeah.
Just looking at a giant grow room in here.
I love this.
So it's just a simple plug and plug and bam, done.
Yeah, so you can attach as many of them as you want, I guess. So I guess if you have like a big grow tent or a large space you're doing, you can hook them up to each other really easily. So I think I mentioned already that we ended up, they have different sizes, right? So we ended up getting the Spider Farmer 2000. So that's what this one is. And so it lights a space of 2 by 4 feet. Basically, I think it can vary a little depending on if you're growing vegetables or if you're trying to get plants to flower or whatever, you know, there's some variation with that.
Vegetables.
But this is, like, it would light this little cubby, like, perfectly, you know?
I think that is.
This is exactly the size. Okay, so it's pretty perfect. We're just gonna figure out how we wanna do the setup and then we'll be back. Okay guys, the grow light is up and I dimmed it down a little bit because it's pretty bright when you have it on higher. So I have it on the lowest setting right now. So it's just got that little dimmer switch so you can adjust it. In fact, I'll turn it up brighter right now just so you can kind of see the difference. So right now it's on low, but right here, let's brighten that up. Ooh, that is like blinding bright. Anyway, it's gonna freak the camera out a little bit. So it's super, super bright. It actually lights up like this whole area here. Anyway, I'm gonna turn that back down while I'm talking to you guys, so hang on. Dang, gotta put my sunglasses on, getting under that thing. So this is just first impressions of the light and getting it set up, but I wanted to share that with you guys and kind of just share like how I'm going to be using it in the space. So this is going to be kind of an experiment just to see how the plants respond to it, and then I can do an update with you guys and let you know kind of what's going on with it and how it's working and which plants are living under it and, you know, kind of how they react to it. So I'll share all of that in an upcoming update video, but right now I just wanted to share with you just getting it set up and cleaning my space because we need to do some organizing back here. It is a mess because I've been shooting like multiple videos at once. I need to stop doing that because I have like 3 videos right now that I'm shooting all at the same time, and I need to, it slows down like me being able to get the video out to you guys. So anyway, I'm going to try to get those under control. So I don't know what you're going to be seeing first because all the footage is like all mixed up right now. Anyway, so I'm going to start clearing, oh yeah, I gotta clear my books out of here because I don't want those in the humidity in here. Oh, I also want to show you guys that I do have the pulleys with the carabiners and the, you know, the little ratchet so you can move the light up and down. So I have those, I'm hanging on to those just in case I end up using the light in a different grow space. But for now, I didn't use them because the cables just fit perfectly onto the shower curtain rings that were already up there. So I just used it just like that. So I didn't have any more black cords hanging down. And I know that the black cord is hanging down the electrical cord. So once I get out of the house, maybe that'll happen today. Once I get out and go to like Lowe's or Home Depot or something, I'll grab one of those white cord covers and help kind of like clean up that look, you know, kind of make it a little more streamlined looking. So anyway, that's the plan. But so far, so good. Love it. And the next thing I need to do is clear out the shelves. I put a couple of plants up there really quick just to kind of see how, you know, like what size would be able to fit up there on the shelves. Okay, so I'm going to start clearing that out, and first thing I'm going to take out are the books. So I'll be right back. Alright, got some little white plant pots, clay pot and camel, ammonite fossil, rose quartz bookends. I'm going to take the plants down for now, just because I'm going to clean those shelves. And this one, actually, I want to get that philodendron Brazil is what this one is. I want to get that repotted because I think that it's ready. Yeah, I want to get this one into a different soil, so that one's probably going to get repotted here. And let's see, do I want to leave that up there? We'll take it down for now. Hold on, I gotta get a grip on this thing. You wouldn't think that this weighs as much as it does, but that is a very heavy amethyst crystal. This is Comfy Air Ultrasonic Humidifier. It's by Toppin. All right, so we just popped the top off. So we've got the water chamber here and then the misting chamber here. Or the water reservoir, I guess that would be called. And I'm just gonna pour in my distilled water into the water reservoir.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming out.
Yeah, so let's see, down here, it looks like there's a timer, so you can set it for however long you want. And then, what is this one here? 3 settings, it looks like, for the fan. And then this is, oh, the light. Nice. Nice touch. There we go. 60%. Hey guys, good morning. It's the next day. I just wanted to show you what the Alocasia Zebrina is doing. It is putting out a new leaf. Let me try to get a little closer and try to keep it in focus. Watching these new plant leaves come out never ceases to amaze me, but this is the very first leaf that it's put out in my care, so, well, hopefully it comes out okay. We're gonna see, but of course with the Alocasia Zebrina, our favorite part is all about the petiole, right? Those zebra print petioles. Oh my gosh, they are gorgeous, and I can't wait to see this new leaf and its new petiole pop out of there. It is gonna be so neat. Now I'm curious how tall it's going to be, because whatever lighting it was grown in is different than my lighting, most likely, that I've been giving it. So I'm really interested to see how tall the petiole is going to be in comparison with its other leaf here. And so yes, and by the way, you are looking at just a 1-leaf plant. It lost its other leaf. When I got it, it had 2 damaged leaves, and those finally died off. Here, let me try to zoom in a little closer. Yes, look, oh my gosh, look at those stems too. Oh, you are gorgeous. You are a gorgeous little critter. So that's the latest update on the new leaf coming in on the Alocasia Zebrina. And just yesterday, it had maybe a centimeter of green poking out when we went to bed last night. And then all of a sudden it's just breaking out of there. So I can't wait to see what it looks like later today. So I think what I'm going to do is clear out the soil, and at first I was going to keep all of it in here, but I think what I'll do instead is just make up my soil batches. I have multiple batches that I do, so I'll just keep those in the little plastic containers down there in the corner. That's where I have them. I have them all labeled like jungle floor mix, aeroid mix, my regular pumice, like pumice and potting soil mix, cactus and succulent mix, so that's what those are down there. So I will keep the big bags outside because I don't have any larger containers to store those inside right now. Happy frog! Happy frog and ocean forest. A couple of potting soils that are pretty good. This is top dressing. It's like a white. This is the larger. I like to have the pumice inside. Do I use that a lot?
Yeah.
Top dressing for cactus. This bag is really heavy though, so that one.
Which one is that?
It's rocks. It's top dressing. This is another really heavy one. Yeah. Careful.
Is decomposed already?
Yeah. No, but it's just as bad. Now these I'm going to be keeping in here. These cocoa husks. These are amazing for all kinds of mixes. I get these at EcoGrow. I think they also sell on Amazon too. But that is here. I think it's probably hard to read. It is Pro Cocoa. So that's the brand, and so I use the chips and fiber mostly. Like that's what I'd say I use that one the most. And then this one, this is the other one. This is the cocoa peat. So it's just the finer stuff. The other one, the chips and fiber, is the one I use the most though, but both of these are amazing for using in your mixes. Okay, this is like my little toolbox or tool basket. I've just got like my gloves, like extra gloves for potting stuff up. I've got some microfiber cloths in there, some twine, and let's see, I don't need this bag here, so I'm going to take that out. This I'm just going to set off to the side for now. Okay, I just transferred my pumice into a container because these white bags, they're just a little messy back here, and I like to have everything sort of like, easy organized in containers. So it's also easy access. And it just fit. Give this a little shake first. Just get it to settle down. It just barely all fit in here. Perfect. Yes. All right. My classifier, I'm going to move this out because I don't use this inside the house. It creates too much dust. So if I'm ever using my classifier, it's normally outside. So I'm going to put that back outside. And then I think this is what I'm going to try to find a larger container for so I can kind of consolidate that, like my worm castings, orchid bark, charcoal. I also have a couple bags of sphagnum moss there, so I'm going to organize that. Okay, just clearing out the last of the pots that I had back here, and I normally keep my pots on this side, so I'm gonna move them over here. I've got some sticks, so this is sort of like my potting up corner here, so I pot up at my desk, and I've got like some random stuff like bamboo sticks over here, so I'm gonna set those out of the way. I'm just gonna move my soils over here for now while I sweep. Okay, jungle floor mix and potting soil. Yes, it'll be so nice to get this all clean back here and get everything organized and prepared for winter time, so that way when I'm inside during the winter, I can still do all my planty projects. So what we want to do is have this room be winterized, so it's ready for the plants to be able to keep growing, so grow lights set up. I do want to get more grow lights for a couple of other spots too, not just in this room, but also in our bedroom. So, and actually also maybe in the dining room too, and living room. Anyway, I want to get more grow lights. But we're trying to kind of get everything so the plants are going to be happy and receiving enough light for winter. And also, I'll still be able to do plenty of plant projects during winter time when you're tucked inside when it's too cold to be outside. So, I mean, right now it's beautiful. It's like going to be 87 degrees out. It's gorgeous, nice and sunny. And this FlexiSpot desk has been awesome. I love it. I love being able to move it up and down. I don't have a chair back here yet, but I want to get, because normally I'm standing back here when I'm working. Yeah, but I'm thinking it would be nice to have some kind of little bar stool, you know, in case I do want to sit down back here. And then makeup, and I'll come back and grab my mirror. I keep my makeup, this is my makeup collection. So I keep this in a cupboard. I've got a little cupboard on the way to my bathroom, so in our master bedroom. So I'm going to put this away, and then also the mirror I keep in my bathroom in the corner. So I will grab that too. Oh wait, and my brushes. So we'll grab the brushes and makeup first. I'll come back for the mirror. So I've got my containers that I'm going to be putting in here now that the corner is cleaned and swept, and I want to keep this stuff in here because I use it so often. So I've got 2 different sizes of pumice. So that's what's going to go right here. Oh, you know what? When I'm putting these down, I'm going to make sure that I have the labels facing outwards. So I've got my aroid mix and cactus and succulent mix. So I'm going to put those, I'm going to put my most used ones on the top. So I'll put those down there. And then next is potting mix and jungle floor mix. So my jungle floor mix, I'm going to be using that actually a lot because I got a bunch of Calatheas that I got pot up. So that one I'll leave on top. I just realized that this bag is not good for holding the cocoa peat because it's starting to like fluff through the holes because it's kind of like a woven bag. So I'm going to transfer this into one of my containers. So I'm just gonna have to use one of my propagation containers right now and store that in there. So, you know what? Maybe I should just get more of these containers because these have been so handy and they're like a good size. They're smaller, but they're still like a good size, so it's not like back-breaking every time you gotta like lift something. So I know that you end up having to keep things, it's always a toss-up whether to have like a larger container where you can have multiple items, you know, potting medias kind of fit in there, or if you have everything separate in its own separate container. I kind of like the smaller separate container just because I like everything like really organized and not back-breaking, you know, when you go to lift something. I mean, we already have to deal with like heavy pots sometimes if that's enough. And normally I keep a mask in here that I would normally put on whenever I'm doing stuff like this, but that's okay. I'll just do it really slowly. Ah, dusty, dusty. This stuff is like super lightweight and it flies around really easily. So I'm just gonna take this whole bag outside right now. I'll be right back. Okay, the cocoa fiber is gonna live in a container now because that's way easier to manage compared to the bag that I had before. So this is going to be awesome to keep it contained so it's not getting out. Okay, so we went out to Home Depot and got some cord covers. So Michael's checking it out right now. I hope I got the right size. that cord is pretty thick.
Yeah.
Does it fit?
Yeah, it'll fit.
Okay.
Put that in there and see.
We got shower curtain rings still hanging up there on the shower curtain rod. Should I get a new shower curtain rod so you don't have to?
I mean, you're right. Your shower does not get hot at all.
I know.
I went to turn the hot on and it's like they plumbed it wrong because the hot really goes over a little bit and stops.
I know. I always freeze in there for like the first 3 minutes.
Yeah, this cord. I think this would go a lot easier if it were just like a lamp cord or something, like a phone cord or something. But because this cord is so thick, it's... A couple seconds longer anyways.
Yeah, it's definitely a heavy duty cord. I love it though so far. I mean, we'll see how the plants are the ones who decide, but I really like having another light in here. So I'll just show you guys, the brand that I got was Cordmate. So I'll just show you guys these little Cordmate cord hiders or cord covers are so easy to use. They already come with the little sticky, because at first I was like, oh wait, am I gonna need to get like command strips or something? So you don't need command strips or anything, you just peel that off.
Okay, moment of truth. I think we only get one shot, so I'm just gonna go right to the bottom of that. And there we go. Okay, so that's plugged on there. And I'll just cut a little strip for there. I'll just say it's going to be about that long. So I think...
So might as well just sliding another piece on there into the joint.
Yeah, and then that should hide it.
Okay,
Unless you want...
peel off the back of that then. There's part of it. Okay.
All right.
So just...
Yeah, we go into the elbow first, because if you don't, it'll stick out. Yeah, there you are. And up against the... All right.
And I don't know if you guys have been able to hear this in the background, but it's been going the whole time. This is the Toppin Humidifier. So far, it is kicking butt. It's awesome. It's a little different than the Levoit. It's also less expensive, so I think it's like $20 cheaper, something like that. I also really like that it's a sleek, modern design. It's just very, it's very incognito. It's very simplistic looking. So you operate it by touch, and it is digital, and the buttons are all around the little screen there that you can see here. Let me move it a little closer so you can see. I'll just show you guys really quick. So this is on, and then here you have a timer. I'm not going to press that right now, but if you wanted to set it on a timer, you could do that. And then this, the little water droplets, that is the humidity setting. So if I just touch that, you can raise it up higher. I had it set on 60. So let's just start over here. So let me go back around. There we go. So normally I leave it set on 60. And it also tells you the current humidity. So you can set it to the humidity you want it to go up to, and then it also tells you the current humidity. And I do set it up a little bit higher. Normally my Levoit I'll set on like 55, but I did notice that this quotes the humidity being a little higher than it actually is. At least that's been my experience so far. So all I do to make up for that is I just set it a few points higher to make sure it gets to where I want it to go. And then up here is the fan. So you can change that. So that's on, I normally keep it on low, but it has 3 settings. So it's back on low, and then this is a light, which I also really like too. You can't see that very well right now, but it is a really sleek design. So that is the Toppin Humidifier. So I'm just working on, like experimenting with the humidifiers and testing them out, and then eventually I'm going to do a full review of comparisons. So that way if someone's looking for them, they'll know kind of like the pros and cons of each and the prices of each. So again, this one is less expensive than the Levoit, and it is a top fill, which Levoit is not a top fill, which I hope one day they do make a top fill, and I do love their humidifier too. But this one's pretty nice having it be a top fill. In fact, let me just turn this off right now. And then we'll just pull this up. Okay, so normally I'll just grab that. So there's the tank. You just pour the water directly into the tank, not this little hole here. That's where the mist comes out. So you pour it into the tank directly. And we'll just turn it on. Now you can adjust the direction of the mist slightly. You can turn this 360 degrees, but the thing is it actually doesn't really, like, it still goes straight up. The Levoit will shoot it outward more, so wherever you turn it, and it also has 2 on the Levoit, like 2 misting directions that you can do at the same time, whereas this one just has 1, and it mostly will just go still straight up, no matter what direction you kind of turn this. All right, so hopefully you can see. You can adjust the direction slightly, but it's still pretty much going straight up, you know what I mean? So whether you have it facing forward, so you can't really make it like shoot out and jet out as much as the Levoit. And hopefully you guys are able to pick up on the sound too. It does have a very quiet hum to it. And I actually really like the sound of, you can kind of hear the water inside just a little. And it's actually pretty soothing. So there's no like high frequency sound. I know that humidifiers can sound very different depending on which one you have. Some make kind of a higher pitched sound. This one just has a very low hum to it. So this Toppin humidifier has kept my humidity in this room up just as good as the Levoit. It works really quickly, it's very efficient. I like the sleek design, so far so good. Another thing I noticed about this one is that it does put out the steam faster than my Levoit. So the mist of the Levoit seems like it comes out a little bit slower and more like it's in plumes, whereas this really jets it into the air. But yeah, I don't know if that makes a difference to anyone, but I do pay attention to like the details of how the mist is moving into the air. So I'm gonna go pick out some plants that I think could work up here and that I want to test out under the grow light. So my shelves are not really that tall. There's not that much space between them. There's a little more space between this one's a little more narrow, and then that one. You can only really go up so high with this one because the light, I want to make sure that the plant can get the light, you know? So I'm going to play around with it a little and we'll see what happens. So let me go ahead and start finding some little plants to get up there. I've got a couple of baby Alocasias. I'm going to try those under the grow light, so let me grab those. Okay, the first plant I'm going to try up here is an Alocasia bambino, and this one, let's see, I think I'm going to put that one maybe right in the middle here, maybe like right here. Also, it would be nice to have glass shelves, you know, because then the light could really shine through all the shelves. But since I don't, I'm just gonna make sure that I move the plants to the edge of the shelves so they're not pushed back too far. I want to make sure they get enough light. So we'll try that one maybe like right about there, and then I have a few other Alocasias. I think I'm gonna put this Alocasia black velvet up, and oh my gosh, you guys, it put out this beautiful velvety leaf. It is just absolutely gorgeous. I love this little baby. It's so cute too because it's a little tiny baby, but it's putting out these gorgeous velvety, like very adult leaves. In fact, I want to get you in closer so you can see that. I don't know if the velvet will come up, but it's so beautiful. Anyway, so that's its newest leaf there. Okay, so this one I think we'll put maybe right here. And then its little buddy, this is Alocasia frydek. That one's gonna go right next to it because they've been growing up together. They've been hanging out side by side since I got them. So Calathea Zebrina, I think I'll put maybe, wait, do I want it up here? Okay, let's try the Zebrina down here. Ceropegia woodii, or string of hearts, chain of hearts. Let me put it up here and see. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna put the big amethyst crystal, like right in the bottom here, I think. Bottom shelf. This thing is seriously heavy. Oh my goodness. I think I'm gonna put this geode on the top shelf. So I'm going to put one of my brass camels, which it has this kind of engraving on it. I love camels, but I love these brass camels so much. So I'm going to put this one right here. Okay, something for the top shelf. I think we'll put the Tradescantias up there. So I'll grab a couple of those. So this is Callisia repens, and it's a variegated one. So it has all this gorgeous cream and pink leaves and striped green, just really cute little clustering hanging plant, and I think we'll put this one, we'll try it under the grow light and just see what it does. And then Tradescantia fluminensis tricolor, or rainbow tricolor. It's got a few different names, but it's also known as Tradescantia mandula. So mandula is the same as fluminensis. So it's a variegated one. I hope that it gets more pink in. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, how it does under the lights. And if it doesn't start getting more pink under the lights, then I'll move it to natural sun, giving it bright indirect light. But if it does put out pink under the lights, then I will let you guys know that the lights are working on it. But they're very sensitive to lighting, so it's one of those that I'm really going to experiment with and just see what happens. So these are up kind of high, you know, but they're offset. So I think if they're going to be reaching for the light, they're going to be like coming over the edge here, kind of spilling over, which they kind of naturally do anyway. So that's why I'll try those up top there. And then I'll just make sure that everyone's kind of like pulled forward enough so they're not like blocked by the shelves above them. I want to make sure they all get enough light. So All right, let's see, do we want any others? All right, you guys, don't mind the mess going on in the rest of the room. I'm working on that one section at a time here. At least we got this area finally sorted out. So much better now. I can actually walk around in here and I don't have bags of soil strewn about all over the place. I do have my little work basket or tool basket tucked under my desk right now. I might move that out of the way a little bit more. But so far so good. I'm just happy to be able to have this place slowly but surely getting sorted out. I'm so happy that I'm able to have plants up here on the shelves now. I've been wanting to do that for a while, and I knew that I was going to need grow lights, and so I'm so grateful that Spider Farmer sent us these grow lights. This is not sponsored. They just sent them for us to play with and test out and see if we like them or not. So this isn't a review yet on how they work with the plants, but I at least wanted to do the unboxing with you guys and let you know what I am testing out right now, and then I can always let you know if you want a full review and in-depth on how the plants are actually reacting to it, which plants seem to like it, which plants don't, and I will keep you guys updated with that. All right, you guys, good morning. It is another day, and we went out to the store and got a new pole because Michael needed his shower curtain bar back. Shower curtain pole?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna switch it out because you guys didn't get to see anyway the first time that we actually got it up there. Okay.
So
we're just gonna unhook it.
Okay, it's free. So let me steal a couple of these.
So we're still gonna use 2 shower curtain rings.
Yeah.
To hang this up because they were just so handy. Yeah, go up as high.
Higher?
As high as comfortably you can.
That's about it right there. Okay, so put that on there.
So he's just putting 2 shower curtain rings up.
Yeah.
And I'll hold this and you just hook them.
Okay, flipping this one. Okay, try to let go. Here we go, let's stop.
Perfect.
Perfect.
Easy switch out.
Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, so that cord meat, that is working out awesome. I love that. So, yes, is that on the lowest setting right now? Yeah. Oh, that
is it really?
It's bright. Yeah, it's the lowest setting. It's bright.
Oh, it's hard to believe that's the lowest. Oh wow, God, look at that. That's amazing.
So Michael's in here now, helping me kind of like organize them. I gotta find like short plants that can go up there. You could always go plant shopping with me.
Yeah, I like the idea of, them cascading down.
Yeah, I would like, well, this is a cascader here.
Yeah.
But it's quite tall already,
Oh.
Like I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to, like.
Unless you switch that top one. Yeah.
But then I don't want them to miss the light because some of the plants need light hitting them on the top because otherwise they can get kind of bald. We also had to go out and run some errands yesterday afternoon, so we stopped at Costco and got another pack of those containers. There are 4 for $10, and that's what I'm going to be putting some of my orchid bark in. I actually am out of my fine orchid bark, so I need to go get another bag of that, but I'm going to be putting like worm castings and probably some, sphagnum moss, and I'll save a couple containers for propagation, but those are definitely going to be well welcomed into the house because I have supplies that are going to be moving right into those. So it's a really good deal at Costco. And they also have the next size up too if you want larger ones, but I like these smaller ones. They're easy to pick up and move around and stuff. Before I bring you in closer and show you exactly what we ended up putting on the shelves, I thought I also should mention about the light. There's a few things that really stand out to me that I like about it a lot, and one of them is that it's super lightweight. It's actually less than 7 pounds, and that was something I was nervous about. I wasn't sure how heavy or bulky it was going to be and where I would end up having to, try to put it because we're not able to like drill into our ceiling or anything, so it needed to be something that was easy to move around or you know, be able to hang up really easily. Anyway, it's less than 7 pounds, so I'm really glad that it's so lightweight. And then also it's very compact, and not only compact, but it's very sleek. Like it has a very low profile to it, so I like that it's not all bulky, you know. Another thing that I really like about it is that it doesn't get hot. So there's a lot of these grow lights on the market that require built-in fans because they will overheat otherwise, but because this doesn't get hot, it doesn't require a built-in fan, which means it runs silently, which I love that. So there's no noise coming from it, it's completely silent. I run this for 12 hours, and then at the end of the day when I come in and turn it off, you know, in the evening time, it's still cool to the touch. Like there's maybe some slight warmth, like just barely, but basically it's cool to the touch. And I've been running it on low, so I have it on the dimmest setting right now. And I think probably if you run it on high all day long, I'm sure it will get warm, but it's, you know, overall it doesn't get hot like a light bulb or anything like that. So it's been pretty nice the past few days since we've had it. I also like the color of the light. It's just a nice, creamy, natural daylight. It's not too cold, not too warm, and it's not colored. So that is another pro, because I'm in here a lot. You know, I'm in here first thing in the morning doing my makeup. I like to hang out with my plants and check them out, you know, every day. And so I didn't want a colored light or something that would be hard on the eyes, you know, so it's a very nice creamy colored natural daylight. But the plants are the ones who are really going to be deciding if this light is worth it or not. So I will bring them back for a review in about 30 days, and I'll give you guys an update, and they will let you know how they're liking it, I'm sure. All right, so I'll bring you guys in a little closer and kind of give you just an idea of what's on the shelves, what we finally ended up putting up here since we were kind of changing it around yesterday. Okay, let's start on the bottom shelf here. I'll start with the Monstera adansonii. This is the narrow form here. Now this is temporarily up here because I know it's going to be ready for a moss pole pretty soon here. It's already kind of growing some little baby aerial roots right down there, and it is ready. It's like it's starting to look for something to climb on. Now it's just temporarily up here because I know I will need to be repotting it. It's already popping out some little baby aerial roots here, and I know it's getting ready to look for something to start climbing on. So I will start that out early, and I will be making some moss poles here pretty soon and start that on a little moss pole. And then next to that is a Tradescantia Nanouk. This has gorgeous pink and kind of lavender. It's like a pinky lavender variegation to it. If you don't give these enough light, they will start to go more green, so they will start to revert. But with enough bright light, they will keep that beautiful pink lavender variegation. And then underneath, on the bottom sides of the leaves, they're more fuchsia. But overall, these are just gorgeous. This is just a little baby cutting that I took from my larger plant, and that has already rooted, I think. So let me just give it a little move here. Oh yeah, that's definitely like already, I can feel its resistance there, so it's already rooted in there. And then this is a Zacatecas amethyst, which is a kind of a rare amethyst crystal. This one is a huge one. We get this every once in a while on the website, but it's pretty rare. It's pretty hard to get a hold of. At least I have found that in my experience. I don't see it around too often. It has these pyramid kind of crystal points to it, and the sides of the crystals are frosted, and then the tips are clear. So you're able to see, or I should say transparent, so you're able to actually see down inside the crystal. And so between that frosted lavender look and then the clear pyramid crystal points, it's just a really unique crystal. Yeah, I'm actually supposed to be focusing on plants right now, but I also am a total crystal and gemstone and rock nerd. So, okay, back to the plants. And then next to that is a Calathea Zebrina. Gorgeous velvet leaves. Absolutely love this one. Now this one is going to be coming in a plant mail video too, so this is a new one to me, but that video I'm filming over the period of like maybe a few weeks to a month, because I'm kind of waiting for packages to come in, and then I'm kind of compiling it all into one video, but that's when you're going to be seeing come in. So it's newer to me, and it did arrive, you know, with a little bit of tip damage, but no worries there. That one is going to turn out just fine. I've been doing pretty good with the Calatheas, so I think that one won't have any problem recovering from transit. And then this one with the dainty little vines, this is actually a caudiciform plant. It's Fockea edulis, and it has a little caudex in here, a little body. And I fell in love with this one. I was looking it up online. You know when you're plant shopping and you're like, okay, let me look this up, and you jump on your phone real quick and try to see, you know, the care or a little bit about it so you can see if you have a shot at actually growing it and keeping it alive. So when I looked this up online, the description was gray skin with warts. And I thought that was so hilarious and cute at the same time. And I love it. So I had to get it. I've been growing this one for about 2.5 years now, but indeed it does have gray skin with warts on it, and I love it. So that's the caudex, that's the tuber, and they can get quite large, the tubers of them. They're really cool plants, but they can get quite large, and that's where they store their water and nutrients, and they're very, very drought tolerant. So whenever I forget to water this thing, it doesn't care. It like will wait patiently for you to come back and water it whenever you remember. And it has these dainty little vines and leaves. I'm sure it wants to climb on something. I'll probably have to get that on something, but so far it's just a little dainty trailing plant. And then up here on the middle shelf we have the two baby Alocasias. They've been hanging out together, they're growing up together, and this is the frydek on the left here. That one is its newest leaf there, just beautiful, and they get really striking veins as they get older and more mature. They're just absolutely gorgeous, but that one's just a little itty bitty baby still. And then its friend here, Alocasia Black Velvet, that one puts out gorgeous, gorgeous leaves. Oh my gosh, they are so velvety, and the texture of them, can you see that texture? They are so pillowy and just unbelievable. Like I can't even believe that's an actual leaf. It's like suede. It's absolutely amazing. I love that one. One of my favorite plants right there. And then this one is another favorite. This is Alocasia bambino. So I've got my 3 little baby Alocasias all hanging out together here. And this one just put out a new leaf at the top here. So that is its newest leaf there, and I just recently repotted it into that pot, and I like the combination of the veining and the leaves in the pot. So Alocasia bambino is hanging out with my brass camel, and then our large quartz crystal, and then over here is a Scindapsus. This is our Argyraeus, something like that. I know it starts with an A. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I will post it on the screen. But this is gorgeous, another really beautiful, kind of almost suede-like texture to the leaves. These Scindapsus, I'm sure if you guys are into plants, you already know Scindapsus are amazingly gorgeous. Their leaves are another one of those kind of suede-like texture. They're a little thicker, a little hardier, but they're just really gorgeous plants. They're so beautiful and very easy to care for too. I really want to get the Scindapsus exotica. That's the next one I'm searching for. This one has several new growth points on it too, so it's putting out new leaves, and these shingle too. If you've ever seen them shingle, oh my gosh, they are amazing. Now the Scindapsus shingle, and they're amazing. If you've ever seen a shingling plant, it's so cool how they climb up, the bark of trees. But anyway, we're gonna get a plank, and I'll attach some moss to it and start trying to get that to shingle up it. So that's my plan for that. And then up here on the top shelf, I have a piece of handmade Mexican pottery that is empty right now. It's just waiting for a new little plant baby to move into it. And then next to that is the Callisia, repens, variegata. Now this one has gorgeous creamy and pink leaves, and then the striped leaves. And the leaves are so tiny and so dainty. They're just absolutely so beautiful. I love this one. Now this one I got from Steve's Leaves, and that's going to be coming in the plant mail video, so you'll see that because that one's very new to me, so I just recently got that. I'm interested to see what kind of colors will come out under the new lighting that it has here, so I'm going to test that out and see what happens. And then over here is the gorgeous African beauty, the string of hearts. That it grows in Africa, that's where it's native to, but I absolutely love string of hearts. This one is just a little guy, so it's still pretty short, but I'm hoping it will grow well under the lights, or I'll move it to another spot if it doesn't. So I'll just test that out. But I love these so much, and I'm gonna look for a variegated one too, because it'd be really fun to have both. I love the kind of pink tones on the variegated one. And over here is the Tradescantia fluminensis rainbow tricolor, and I'm hoping that the light will also bring out more colors in this one, because it should have more pink leaves, more cream, and then also the striped leaves. So I'm just going to see what the light can do for that plant too, and I'll pay close attention to both of these new ones and just see if I need to adjust them, you know, the distance from the light or whatever. So I will keep my eye on how those two babies are doing, and that is it. Oh, I do have another geode down here. Oh, you know what? I did put a couple of little white pots back there just because I didn't have another spot for them, so they're just being stored back there. Alright guys, so I'm going to get back to work here. I've got some more potting media that I got to get sorted out, and I have to make up another batch of the cocoa chips and fiber husk and get that into a container so it's ready to use. So I will let you guys go for now. Thank you so much for watching, and I love organizing with you guys, so if you want more videos like this, just let me know. I will be doing the bedroom next. I'm going to be plantifying the bedroom, so that'll be another video coming up. Alright guys, I'll let you go. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an awesome day, and if you have any questions at all, as always, leave them in the comments below, and I'll do my best to get back to you, or just reach out to me on Instagram. Alright guys, love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.